Hello, my name is Suramed. I'm a lecturer at the Sirinthorn International Thai German Graduate School of Engineering, KMUTNB. I finished my high school in Thailand and I went to Germany to further my education. I started to study in a prep school before I entered the university to study bachelor, master, and then PhD in Germany. I have done internship in a German company, and then during my PhD, I also have worked in a US company in Germany. Totally, I have been in Germany for 15 years. So now today, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how to further your education in Germany for those who are interested in studying in Germany. So let's start it. So yeah, why should you actually study in Germany? It's because of the educational standard in Germany is very high. So the education in Germany is top quality, even though we haven't heard about it that much, but it is accepted worldwide as very strong educational system, especially in engineering, science, and technology. So in Germany, normally you pay very low tuition fee, or in some cases, many cases, you even don't have to pay anything as a tuition fee. Maybe you have to pay social fee or something else, but it's not tuition fee in a sense. That's a plus point. The other strong point is the link to the industry. So when you study in Germany, you have to collaborate a lot with the industry companies in your field of your studies. So that's also very beneficial when you go to work afterward. And nowadays, you also have English taught programs available. In the past, there were only German programs, but increasingly, you will get a chance to study in your fields that you are interested also in English. For the application part, I would like to separate it to 3 educational levels. So from if you finish high school in Thailand and would like to study bachelor degree programs in Germany, that's the first case. So the benefit is that you can learn about the culture of Germany at a very young age. So if you plan to stay in Germany for a long time or work in Germany, that may be the path that you are interested in. The other level is the master's degree level. Sure, it's for people who graduate bachelor degree from Thailand, for example. And what is it for? It's for somebody who finished your bachelor degree here and then try to open your perspective, go abroad, and don't want to spend that much in comparison to UK or maybe US. So German is much cheaper in terms of tuition fee. And then afterward, you usually have an opportunity to find jobs in Europe. I stress here, not only in Germany, but also all across Europe, because German education system is well accepted also for the US and somewhere else. The last one is a PhD program. It's for somebody who finished master programs from Thailand or maybe some other countries. If you think that you want to be a researcher, maybe in the academic, or maybe as you want to establish yourself as an expert in the industry, so the PhD might be the program that you will be interested in. So let's start with the bachelor degree program. Normally the German university they do not accept our certificate from Thailand. Therefore, most of the people will have to attend an extra year, which is called a prep school. Yes, there you have to learn German language, you have to learn math in German language, you have to learn chemistry, physics in German language. It's for 1 year. It's to prepare yourself so that we are fully compatible with the German education system. And you can choose, so it's like Thailand, you can choose between the technical track, medical track, or maybe social science in this prep school. And in the prep school, because it's 1 year, you have only 2 semesters. And at the end of the semester 2, it will be an exam that everyone entering this program will take. It's the same exam nationwide, and it's a university qualification examination. That's for people who would seek for a bachelor degree program in Germany. Now for master's degree, the best I can suggest is that you should contact the DAD. Do you know what it is? It is in English, this is called the German Academic Exchange Service. They have an office in Sathorn in Bangkok, so go and consult with them. And the other thing is that there is a website called Anabin, so you can check whether your bachelor degree certificate is eligible for entering this kind of master's degree program in Germany. You should prepare early. Like in Germany, the semester starts in October. This is the so-called winter winter semester, or it starts again in April. This is the so-called summer semester. So you have applied by May or till July for the winter and December to Jan for the summer semesters. For master, sometimes you are allowed to enter winter or summer semester. And you have to look what kind of language do you need for that kind of program. There are some master programs in English and there are some master program in German. So if you are not very specifically focused on the German program, I would recommend the English program because it's more compatible to us, people who have studied in Thailand or in the UK, US system. Then, well, so the documents that you have to prepare is quite common. It's the bachelor degree certificate plus transcript, CV motivation letter, and for English taught courses, for sure you need the TOEFL IELTS as a standard English proficiency test, and some letter of recommendations for your previous lecturer from bachelor degree. So that's the master. So the last one is a PhD program. So, and the application is totally different compared to bachelor or master. Most of the time, so you need to contact the professor directly, ask for their agreement to supervise you. So in Germany, they call your PhD supervisor, they call it doctoral father. So he's like your dad because he's the most important person during your PhD journey. You have to be with him at least like 4, 5, 6 years. And if he accepts you as a student, so the rest is quite easy. It's just a formality to apply at the university. And in many cases, especially in sector, engineering, something like that, you even earn money. So as a teaching or research assistant, and it's not just a study. So PhD, in a sense, is not a study anymore. So you study by yourself and you have a supervisor. It's more like a job. So you really work as a PhD student, and normally they even sometimes don't call it student, so it's a PhD candidate. I would say it would be much easier if you did your master in Germany to apply for a PhD in Germany. So if you are very sure that in long run you want to study PhD in Germany, I would recommend to do master in Germany. It's much easier than study master somewhere else and apply for a PhD in Germany, because the famous professors in Germany, they get a lot of applications, and if you studied somewhere in the world, so you have a big question that you have to answer why he should accept you. But if you study in some German universities that the professor knows already, so this is a better chance. Recommendation letter would be very important, because if you work or study under supervision of someone that the professor knows already, so this increase your chance to get accepted. For the documents, you need for sure master degree certificate and maybe your thesis on the master degree, a research proposal. If you have some publications like journal papers, conference papers, you can also send to the professor, and then you will need the supervisor's acceptance. If you get this letter, so the rest will be quite easy, and for sure in some cases, not in all, maybe TOEFL, IELTS are required, especially when you graduate master from somewhere else, other universities. Sometimes you are required to attend additional courseworks and do some exams to prove that you are qualified for the German PhD. So because in PhD you normally don't study in classes, you just sit by yourself, discuss with your PhD fellows, and then do research. That's the way it works. Most important thing is the people will ask, how much do I have to pay? For the master programs, normally there's very low or no tuition fee. For there is something which is not tuition fee, but they call it semester fee. It rates around 150 to 350 euro, including transport in the town, which means that if you pay this amount, you can take the bus for free in your town or maybe neighboring towns. The cost of living is around 850 to 1,100 euro, which is, if you live very luxuriously in Bangkok, so it would be quite similar, 40k baht, something like that. But if you have low budget, for sure it's a good idea to look for financial support like scholarships. The best address to contact is again DAD, for example in Sathorn, their office in Bangkok. Some other sources of scholarship is called Erasmus, so maybe you can search for that. And in case of PhD, if you get the contract from the professor, you can earn money during you study PhD. Final tips for the application. Sometimes, even though the German language is not required in some cases, but I would suggest you to learn German at least at the basic level for living in Germany, go for shopping, buy food or something like that. And then you should prepare the document early and meet the deadlines for sure. Writing resume is another important thing during the application process. So, and motivation letter to let them see how you fit to the program, whether it's master degree program or application to the professor to accept you as a PhD student. CV and motivation letter are very important. You can also write some reminder email if professors don't reply your email, and be prepared that lots of professors will not reply because they have lots of work. Therefore, you can write to some professors, but be polite, quite important, and show them your interest and the reasons why they should accept you. Last but not least, consult with the DAD office in Bangkok at Sathorn Road, and you should inform yourself about the program from university websites. It's all for today for this video, and I wish all of you best of luck if you are interested in studying in Germany. It's quite a good option. It's an alternative option. Not so many Thais knows about that, but it's worth looking for it. And I myself, as someone who graduated from Germany, I can tell you that okay, it's not easy. Studying in Germany can be quite tough sometimes, but if you can do it, you have prove yourself to be very professional and you are prepared for any challenges in your work and in your career. Okay, thank you for today, and bye bye.